All right, let's talk about a tool that has totally changed the game for Java developers everywhere. We're diving into Spring Boot.
You know the feeling, right? If you're a developer, you've been there. That wall of boilerplate code, the maze of XML files you have to navigate just to write your first line of actual logic. It's a lot.
But what if all of that setup, all that friction could just disappear? What if you could go from an idea to a running application in minutes instead of hours or days? Well, that's exactly the promise we're going to unpack today.
So what is Spring Boot really? Let's break down the official definition, because every single word here matters. Standalone means your app just runs. No messing with external web servers. Production grade means it's not a toy. It's built for the real world, with things like health checks and metrics baked in. And my favorite part, minimum fuss. That phrase right there, that's the core magic of it all.
So how does it actually achieve this minimum fuss? It all comes down to its core philosophy, a concept that Spring calls being opinionated.
See, all these goals work together to make you faster. It starts by being opinionated, which is really just a fancy way of saying it makes smart decisions for you. So for example, if it sees a web library in your project, it just assumes you want to build a web app and spins up a server for you, automatically. This means you get these critical features built right in, and you get to skip writing page after page of XML. It's all about intelligent automation.
Now, opinionated might sound a little restrictive, but this quote is the key to the whole thing. Spring Boot gives you this amazing, sensible starting point, but it's not a cage. The second you need to do something custom, something specific for your project, it's designed to just step aside and let you take the wheel. It really is the best of both worlds. You get speed when you want it, and you get total flexibility when you need it.
And this comparison just lays it all out. The before and after is stark. Before Spring Boot, you lived in this world of complex XML, manually wiring everything together and then packaging your app to deploy on some external server. With Spring Boot, you get auto-configuration, simple starter dependencies, and a server that's already embedded inside your app. It just runs. The productivity boost is absolutely massive.
But let's be clear. Spring Boot is not just for getting a quick hello world off the ground. It is built from the ground up to create serious, robust applications that are ready for production.
And one of its most powerful tools for this is something called the Spring Boot Actuator. This is basically a set of tools that helps you monitor and manage your application after it's gone live. I mean, think about what you need to know when your app is out there in the wild. Is it healthy? How much memory is it using? What configuration is it actually running with? Actuator gives you the answers to all of those questions right out of the box. You don't have to bolt on some other complicated monitoring tool just to get the basics.
And here's what that looks like. Just by adding the actuator, your app suddenly has these secure, built-in web endpoints for monitoring. You can immediately hit /health to check if it's connected to the database, pull detailed performance data from /metrics, or see every single URL your app can handle with /mappings. It's like having instant operational insight into your application.
Okay, so getting started quickly and being production ready is amazing, but the true power of Spring Boot is that it's your front door to the massive and incredibly mature Spring ecosystem.
You should think of Spring Boot as your on-ramp, because at the end of the day, a Spring Boot app is a Spring app. So you can easily tap into decades of battle-tested libraries. You need to build for the cloud? You pull in Spring Cloud. Need to talk to your data, whether it's SQL or MongoDB? Spring Data makes it easy. Need to lock down your endpoints? Just add the Spring Security Starter. Need to connect to a message queue like Kafka? Yep, there's a starter for that. Spring Boot makes connecting these powerful tools almost trivial.
And this is why it's so incredibly popular. It doesn't lock you in. Whether you're building a simple REST API, a complex network of microservices, a batch processing job, or a cloud-native app, Spring Boot is the foundation you can build on. So if there's one core takeaway, it's this. Everything we've discussed, the opinionated defaults, the auto-configuration, the actuator, the whole ecosystem, it all serves one single purpose: maximizing your productivity as a developer. It just clears away the clutter so you can focus on writing code that actually matters. So I'll leave you with this thought.
Imagine that barrier between your next great idea and a working prototype just melted away. When the tool finally gets out of your way, what are you going to build?